Right. There we go. I think we should be good. Changed. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. So we are streaming on Twitch. It has been a while. I have been having some technical issues with Twitch. That's why I have not been streaming. I've been streaming on other platforms like Instagram and TikTok and that, and I still will do by rotation of those. However, as you can see, if you see my channel for a couple of minutes ago, I was doing a couple of test streams. The VODs seem to be showing back something promising, so we're going to see how this goes. If anybody in the VOD or in the live while watching the live sees a black screen, like completely blank, you don't see any gameplay or anything, let me know, and I know something's up on the viewer side. On my side it's showing errors, but I don't know if it's showing any errors for viewers. I'm having issues attaching my webcam on here, so sadly there won't be as much thing. I may have to lower like the bitrate or something like that, I'm not entirely sure. But we'll see how it goes. I have a nice comfy blanket on. We are going, as you can see, we're doing Love and Deepspace.
If you think just sitting here is too boring, we can go for a...
No, it's not, Zane. It is not. Oh, I'm just gonna check on my garden. My good old little garden before we start. We're probably going to be streaming until probably 10 to 9. I'll probably cut off at 9:50 just in case. But we're gonna maybe do till 10. We'll see. It's been long since I've been on Twitch. It's 2026 now? Damn. It has been a long time. It do be a long time. Worst case, I'm thinking of starting a Kick account. I don't know. I've been hesitant of doing Kick. I'm kind of happy with the other ones I have. Like I have TikTok connected, Instagram connected, and YouTube is kind of, I do YouTube because it kind of like saves my VODs in a way. So I don't really have the issue of the VODs not saving. So yeah, I'm gonna check my... Oh, Silas is brushing his teeth. Let's see, where are we going? Alright, let's check our plants. I'll check on our plants. I didn't know if WASD worked in this version. It feels a lot better on computer though. Let's see. Okay, 4 of them needs batch care. Let's quickly attend to our plants. Real quick before we do anything else. There we go. The girl has her plants all sorted. He's enjoying the view. We love that. I did some polls on the good old recent banner, and I think I got Raphael quite quickly. I aimed to get Raphael, and then I saw the clips of the Silas one, and I was like, I kind of want that one as well. So we've kind of gone for both, in a way. So I need to also do this. So why am I playing Love and Deepspace when I've completed the main story? Well, the main story has recently been updated, and I usually cover that on stream. So we are back to cover the main story for a little bit. And I'm currently upgrading, I think I'm currently upgrading Silas's captive moment as well. So I can do my own read through that as well and save 1 diamonds. But let's go into the main story we go. I think if you want to, you could always feel free to check out my YouTube under FameStar6 for any updates about how the streams are going, but for the other episodes. I think it's, yeah, under FameStar6 on YouTube, a lot of my past live streams and any other live streams that I've done will be on that YouTube channel if you would like to catch up. Especially on any that I end up doing on other platforms. You'll find I tend to simul stream on YouTube and then on another platform as well. So that's sometimes Twitch, that's sometimes TikTok, and that's sometimes Instagram. And all the streams I do from all of those will be collated on my YouTube channel. So yeah, that's kind of because it saves me from having to save the VODs at the end of the stream. Okay, as the long-awaited press conference, Val. Oh, I forgot to do the glitch thing. Oh my gosh, I forgot to do the glitch thing. What is the glitch thing here? Your girl forgot to do it. That is so neglectful of me. Alright, let's do it, girls. Not that one. Whoops. No! I accidentally clicked on the home feature again. Now I have to wait ages for it to actually load up. Girl. The things we do in this house, the things we do. Alright. I said it's been a long time since I've streamed on this little home place. Hopefully, the people on chat can see the gameplay and everything like that. Because on my end, I don't know what's going on. If it's because I have an app blocker or something, it just won't let me load the thing at all. And I have no clue what's happening. So... Okay, no, I don't... Silas is reading a book. We like to see that, but... But we need to go back to the main story, girls. That's what we need to do. Oh. There we go. We're back. Alright. Let's go. Right. No, I've got to do the hair glitch. Why am I like this? Why am I like this today? Right, here we go. Let's click on the right one this time. There we go. Right, you guys will see the hair glitch done on camera. The people on YouTube, you've probably seen it many times before. He does, look, I got the vampire Silas hair. Ugh. Don't we just love it? I think I'm gonna give her her classic sort of ponytail because she's fighting wanderers and she needs to look gorgeous doing it. Right. I am keeping Cilia for a while as my MC model because I'm currently trying to level up Silas and that just, I'm going to try and make it conduent to the character that I'm focusing on leveling up. So once I start maxing out Raphael again, I will switch to Michelle. But yes, so I'm going to go through the two cards I got. I'm currently trying to work on leveling up Silas in the meantime. Where is it? We've got the vampire boy. But I also got this one recently, which I love. And then we also got... The Silas one was a little bit more difficult to get, not gonna lie. And then... Who else have we got? Who else did we see? Let's have a look see. I think it was... I'll do this one. This is the second one we got. So we have Raphael and Raphael in our range. So we go this one. Let's start. We finally start our thing we were meant to. At this long-awaited press conference, Val Sanatorium announced they would temporarily stop accepting new patients. According to the official statement, the rationale is that they want to focus their limited resources and expertise on patients with greater needs. Appearing as the spokesperson, Director Wicker takes no questions from the media and bows before leaving the conference room. Okay. What are you up to, buddy? I'm also going to quickly do a quick share. I want to share the stream. What will we do it? Get one that shoots. Stream. Oh, I think where I can actually share the stream to. Is that what? I wonder if that's why. No. Well, I'm going to share this anyway. Share. Copy. And then I'm going to put that on my. Just put that on my blue sky. And then I'm also going to put it on. Blue sky. Oops. Let's put that on there. Post. And then I'm going to put that on Discord as well. On the good old Discord, where is it? There we go. So hopefully we can do a little bit more of a test. Alright, let's continue. Pursuit Director Whitaker feels satisfied. His mission is complete and all that remains is filing his report. Just as he relaxes, a curtain flickers in his periphery. A hard object is pressed against the back of his hand.
I ask and you answer. So long as you don't lie, I can guarantee your head will stay intact.
We can talk about this.
Where's Benedict?
With Benedict from the hit series Bridgerton? Let's try and see if we can get my thing. Oh, we got a couple from YouTube as well. Let's just go for It's just the bot being the bot. There we go. So, okay, we are back. The lie that said instinctively has barely left his lips as the sound of a laser weapon being charged resounds. Director Wicker bites the tip of his tongue. He uses the sharp pain to regain his ability to think and weigh his options. I'm also going to share the YouTube one as well, just so people know where to find me. Copy, blue sky, post. There we go as well. Yeah, I think I'll just leave. There we go. Bites the tip of his tongue. He uses the sharp pain to regain his ability to think and weigh his options.
I'm not sure, but he might be on an unnamed floating island.
I'm just putting in chat if anybody's noticing a blank screen to just let me know in chat. I'm not sure, but
The location?
It's a moving island. No one knows its exact coordinates. A person like me knowing this much information is already an exception to the rules. Please understand.
One last question.
it's quite menacing. Alright.
Is Stanley still alive?
Wait, we've heard that name before. Director Wicker feels as if lightning has struck the back of his head. His entire body, even his heart, feels slightly numb. Seemingly unsure of how to answer, he mumbles incoherently, as if the question itself filled him with tremendous fear. A series of muffled gunshots reverberates behind him. Director Wicker's legs give out as he falls. As he falls, he clutches his hand, his head horrified. He stares at the reflection on the wall. The assailant who attacked him is forced to leave through the window. Their face isn't revealed, not even once. Footsteps approach. Trembling, Director Wicker turns and cries out in shock.
Benedict!
Director Wicker, you handled the press conference well.
Why is he
You
so
lived up to my
creepy? I
expectations.
think it's his voice. His voice sounds like so monotone and unnatural. It gives you the heebie-jeebies in a way. You're just like, oh no, I'm good. I'm good, thank you. Kind of actually like, ooh, no thanks.
However, it looks like you can access knowledge you shouldn't otherwise have.
Like-
Since you're interested in the floating island,
GLaDOS!
proceed
Yes,
yourself.
he gives. GLaDOS has that. I find GLaDOS badass, but she does also have that very creepy, almost like not human kind of tone, and I think Benedict has that as well in this. Like he has that very almost non-human, almost like robot kind of sounding voice, but it's still human, but it has that sort of inflection where you're like, that doesn't make sense. At the sight of Benedict's outstretched hand, Director Wicker, knows he has no choice but to accept. Okay. The private aircraft takes off under the cover of night. It encounters a floating island that suddenly appears like a mirage. The aircraft lands and Benedict carries the unconscious Director Wicker into the island's only dense forest. He places modified director wicker on a metal surface somewhere in the woods, almost like a sacrifice. The body sinks into the ground. The platform quickly passes through the artificially constructed soil and enters a cold, metallic interior. At the end of this journey is a vast hall. Okay. Inorganic light flickers and spreads. Electronic displays emitting cold lights envelop the area. Bright floors, curved walls, and soft lighting are constructed by holographic blues. In no more than 10 seconds, the space is fully built. Even more refined lasers intertwine to force 4 or 5 human figures.
This is the Fountain of Atay's latest achievement. It doesn't look impressive.
Oh. A figure walks around Director Wicker, loses interest halfway, and turns to ask another hologram.
Long time no see, Professor Lucius. You took so many things from my Gaia biotech, and this is all you can accomplish?
Ooh.
The Fountain of Atay's core has nothing to do with your precious research center. Souls can't be shaped, and external devices are useless.
You're here.
A new figure in the holographic space named Lucius and the others fall silent. They turn in unison to show their respect. They appear polite and trusting, even though he's an old man on a hospital bed.
Don't pay too much attention to this test subject. It's just today's extra. Or rather, a medium.
Okay, interesting. The old man makes a beckoning gesture with his hand. The floating platform carrying Director Wicker slowly drifts towards him.
Have the new wavelengths from the Deepspace signal been successfully decoded?
The silence is abrupt, and the holograms remain motionless. It's clear they're well versed in concealing their emotions. Finally, the old man rises from his deep contemplation. Subtle ripples appear in his otherwise emotionless voice.
Recent disturbances in the Deepspace tunnel remind me of that starless night from over a decade ago. The night when the signal from Deepspace arrived on Earth. 2034. In that era, when aerospace technology was advancing, humanity's ambition for deep space exploration expanded faster than the Big Bang. Institutions competed to decode it. They all wanted to be first. The literary world dramatized it. Ignorant masses worshipped it. And they even created the Deep Space Academy. But only our decrypted information is closest to the truth. Earth is about to experience a grand eradication.
He slowly exhales and forcibly suppresses his elevated tone and emotions.
Then the monsters appeared. Geomagnetic disturbances occurred, and mass extinction events were expedited. The warnings in the signal became reality, one at a time. The grand eradication is a large-scale elimination process. This planet wants to abandon us and enter its next phase of existence.
For over a decade, I have strongly advocated for the Fountain of Atay. I've dispatched the Farspace fleet to enter the Deep Space Tunnel's depths to avoid being abandoned. There were setbacks, but we managed to obtain the chess piece closest to her, to bring up 2034 again. Was there a mishap?
To avoid being abandoned, that will only make you a dog begging for fate's mercy.
Lucius, you're old. The gears in your brain are covered in rust. It only took a few decades for evolvers to evolve from mere humans. This proves that in the future, we can reach a point beyond our wildest imaginations.
Hmm.
We can achieve immortality.
These guys are like chasing immortality like it's a freaking like gold mine. We know that from as we've seen within the Silas myth, immortality is far from what it's being made out to be. Like, for example, like I would never, in myself, like I would never wish for immortality. Never. I think it's one of the, like I feel like it would only be good for like a short amount of time, and then you'd kind of get sick of it after a little bit.
Who knows if it's impossible or not? The Lemurians who escaped the last grand eradication are practically living specimens of immortality. Of course, there
Oh, we're
are
back to
also
the
the little
Lemurians.
ones who came back from the other side of deep space. It proves that some people found a way to survive. Planetary immortality only costs a few more lives, but it's still cost-effective. What do you think, Soren?
Oh, it's like, yeah, we can kill a few more people.
Aside from the decrypted deep space signal, there's no concrete evidence that suggests Earth will face an apocalypse. As for that unkillable monster in the N109 zone, we can't confirm whether the life form is truly indestructible.
You talk about Silas?
How do we determine whether our persistence in pursuing immortality is a noble endeavor or absurd paranoia?
Did they talk about Silas?
The deep space signal isn't an oracle or a prophecy. It's mercy from the universe's governing laws that wish to give humanity a reprieve.
Okay.
What we're able to decode are predetermined facts already set in stone. That evidence you want, it's already part of this world.
Oh, girl. He raises a hand, violently fluctuating metaflux envelops the man bound on the platform. Oh damn, what is this? The transformation is completed. Instantly, a wanderer replaces the human shell, only to be killed moments later by hidden weapons. A crisp, metallic chime accompanies the fresh protocol as it falls onto the platform.
Protocores are one of the most powerful pieces of evidence. After the Chrono Rift catastrophe, I discovered the connection between protocore energy and her. I knew what kind of mission the universe gave me.
MC, our
Using
girl.
protocores to accelerate human civilization's development and allowing humanity to achieve an immortality that aligns with this process. Only then can we survive the grand eradication with little to no losses. The anomalies caused by the deep space tunnel are becoming more frequent. Protocores are always guiding us.
So, the thing with Ever is that they want to escape an idea of an apocalypse, I guess. In this sense, this sort of like, okay. Interesting. The protocol trembles and rolls onto a container, pardon me, that extends beneath the platform. Sora makes several gestures in the air. The rhombic container activates the protocol as if it's establishing a connection with some distant space. A rift that's shorter than a finger opens in the air. It quickly closes as its energy is depleted.
Recently, the frequency of spatial anomalies and magnetic field disturbances has almost reached the edge of time and space.
Okay.
Once solution will soon arrive.
Oh.
Did you come up with another way to deal with your former teammate? I hope we can defeat your little prince and prove to him that our Soren is the most capable one.
Oh, Xavier.
Matters involving the backtrackers aren't to be taken lightly.
Do you need our assistance?
I've had enough of those disgusting manipulation tactics you use on your brainwashed test subject. I don't need any help, and I don't need anyone's approval. I will make Xavier fall because of the hypocrisy, arrogance, and impracticality he clings to. That outcome will be enough to prove I'm correct.
Right, we got a yes, man.
In any case, they don't actually care about your personal matters.
Several horse irregular coughs ring out like a broken clock. It creates a rhythmic agitation that makes hearts flutter.
The deep space tunnel is closing in, and the cage is tightening its grip. It's time to bring her back to us. Be careful, and try not to let the emissary truly awaken. Our most important hope mustn't be erased.
Soren's image flickers and disappears, and the meeting ends.
I wish you all the best.
The holograms scatter and fade away as the cold laboratory walls dissolve. The scene of clouds dyed in the sunset's colours replace it. An empty hospital bed covers above the clouds. It chooses to decay with the twilight rather than surrender to the night. Oh. Starting off interesting, getting some lore stuff here. Alright, let's get to next. Oh, it's cold. It is cold. Tires scrape the ground and whip up the wind. A brand new 470 carries me across the railway bridge that's located above the city.
The magnetic field at the incident site shows coupled fluctuations, but the wanderers who correspond to them are nowhere to be found. It might be a new type. Be careful.
Copy that. I'm 5 kilometers away from my destination. I'm ready to do some dynamic data collection.
Lincoln City's phasing through things, dimensional ruptures, space-time rifts. Our missions have been weird lately. Everyone was spooked by that snowfall that happened outside of winter. They're jumpy now.
When the world is too peaceful, people tend to find their own sources of
There are
entertainment.
500 missions every day. You might be entertained, but I'm not.
Okay, don't be glum. I'll buy you a soda to sweeten your day when we get back. After my call with the data analysis team ends, I look at the sky near the mission site. The clouds stretching out for kilometers appear as if they've been sliced by a giant blade. The cut looks clean. Is Lincoln Online glitching again? It looks beautiful though. As the snow that fell outside of winter melts, the recent Alterum incident is slowly forgotten by the public. However, unusual celestial phenomena pulled back the curtain on apocalyptic fears in people's hearts. Afterward, anomalies, both big and small, arrived one after another. They're accompanied by rampant rumors such as the Deep Space Tunnel expansion theory, the sixth mass extinction event, and the Great Human Catastrophe of 2099. Aside from burdening Deep Space hunters and evil police with countless unnecessary tasks, these rumors injected plenty of chaotic entertainment into the otherwise mundane lives of Lincoln residents. The only reassuring thing here is that Zane hasn't shown any more abnormalities, but I know his troubles didn't end just because the Fountain of the Tay press conference was cancelled. Benedict is continuing this plan behind the scenes again. Perhaps Zane's confrontation with them has also temporarily moved below the surface. Ever since we parted ways at the cemetery, he's been visiting the fractal library more frequently. Maybe he's trying to find a solution to this dilemma in the world of books. That strange boy with white hair told me all of this. He called himself Shubai. He somehow got an electronic watch. When he's not using it to explore the novel world of the internet, he confides in me using what he calls irrelevant words. Ooh. For example, the emissary is hiding in the maze of bookshelves and ignoring everyone. The emissary is pulling all-nighters again. The emissary only orders milk tea for himself. He doesn't ask if I want anything. Or at least the fractal library can access the internet. I turn off the motorcycle. When I reach my destination, I refocus, remove my helmet, and approach the edge of the buzzing crowd. Is this Raphael? On-site dynamic data collection will take 30 seconds. I'll check the records from the nearby stabilizer. Okay. The fluctuation amplitude has been normal for the past 3 days. Whenever these coupled fluctuations appear, they coincide with protocol transport vehicles passing through.
This falls under normal interference. Dynamic data retrieval complete. Hold on. The results from advanced tech labs are back. There is a 0.51% chance of a wanderer appearing. Great. That's one more false alarm to our list. A lot of rare phenomena are just astronomical occurrences. We're probably paranoid.
That's a good thing. A false alarm is better than the actual thing, since the data has been verified. I'll close the case.
Please don't block the area. The Special Task Force will confirm if this is related to highly dangerous evolvers. Deep space hunters are on their way. Hey, don't use this as an excuse to stand on the trash can. Otto, the city inspector, will photograph and record everything.
Pushing through the crowd, I pass through the light barrier Special Task Force has set up. When I turn my head, I lock eyes with the officer on duty.
It's you again.
Excuse me?
This is the 5th time we've been assigned to the same mission, right? What a coincidence.
After evacuating the crowd and finishing our mission, the officer and I crack open energy drinks for each other outside a convenience store. After the last Alterim-related incident, your department and our association have been doing a long-term joint operation. We'll probably keep running into each other.
They say it's to strengthen police-hunter cooperation and mutual learning. But I bet there are things they can't keep under wraps anymore. Did you hear saw a futuristic spaceship in the forest. It fell out of a space-time rift. The case disappeared the moment it was entered into the system. Don't you think it's suspicious?
Really? A futuristic spaceship? That's really sci-fi.
I already dealt with 5 anomalies today. I'm going to do 2 more before grabbing a bite to eat. What about you?
There's an extremely subtle disturbance behind me. It's like 2 bubbles rising from calm waters. They're followed by a trace akin to gently rippling waves that swiftly disappear. I look at the magnetic field stabilizer. It's not sending out an alert.
What's wrong? Do we have a problem on our hands?
It's from No Hunt Zone number 39. There might be more to this than meets the eye. I shouldn't involve other people for now. I shake my head and the words Xavier said not too long ago echo in my mind.
Based on my observation and analysis, particularly capable evil police officers are usually drawn to bizarre cases.
Xavier! Oh right, there's an update on that case we handled together. The one about the bathroom sink turning into gold? This time it was the toilet that transformed a child's hand is stuck to it.
Don't tell me I'm about to encounter an evolver with a golden touch. I'll handle the golden toilet case. I can keep going. Good luck on your next mission. Stay safe.
Once the officer's figure disappears into the distance, I pull out my phone and send a message to a familiar chat. Xavier, No Hunt Zone 39 shows signs of a magnetic field overlap. I'm heading there now. How are things on your end? No Hunt Zone 39 was once part of the Luminous District. It's where a large expanse of high-rise buildings was built along the waterfront to get a view of the river. But when the Corona Rift catastrophe struck, the natural beauty and value that humans had assigned to it became meaningless. It's said that No Hunt Zone number 39 wasn't supposed to be irrecoverable, but at some point wanderers began emerging endlessly from the buildings, overlapping shadows. It's as if a crack leading to some monster lair had opened up. The energy levels in the area significantly dropped later on and remained stable, and its danger levels are far below the average for no hunt zones. However, no one believes no hunt zone number 39 can be reclaimed. Outside the perimeter, I've just parked my motorcycle when Xavier starts a video call with me.
Are you alone? And are you sure it's a magnetic field overlap?
It is. Those coupled fluctuations, like two bubbles, bursting one after another on the water's surface, are obvious. This isn't a false alarm from the association.
I'll wrap things up here and find you. Give me 2 minutes. 2.5 at most. If you see anyone who looks like a backtracker.
I'll quietly follow them. You told me this multiple times already. You've turned into a worrywart with all this nagging, Xavier.
Oh. I see someone who thinks I'm always nagging doesn't want the results about the biometric key.
You and Jeremiah finally figured it out. Tell me.
It's the same as the preliminary examination. We can't unlock it. All we know is that there's an unknown substance inside. And it's not a chip.
You mean...
We can only go to Soren and see if he can unlock it. He's familiar with the old Gaia Research Center.
Oh gosh, not Soren, no.
So you'll have to keep moonlighting for me behind the association's back.
It's a weird collaboration, but you make it sound like I'm getting a bad deal. Unable to stop myself from grumbling internally, I poke his smiling face from the screen. Who would have expected things to turn out this way 2 weeks ago?
Whether it's a rupture or instances of buildings phasing in and out, they're fundamentally related to magnetic field fluctuations and must be taken seriously. I know there have been many false reports lately, which makes it easy to overlook real threats. Everyone must remain vigilant.
As the briefing ends and the crowd disperses, I see a figure who shouldn't be here. Xavier? He showed up voluntarily in the world. Is the world actually ending? In a usually deserted, quiet corner of the Unicorn's building lobby, I raise my arm to block that sneaky figure's path.
Fancy seeing you here, partner. We ran into each other in a corner. It must be fate.
This isn't fate. I'm cornering you and skipping the small talk. Xavier, you're at the association because those abnormal magnetic fields are actually a problem, right?
Yes. The issue is that the magnetic fields are abnormal.
My other arm quickly rises and I promptly cut off his escape route on the other side. His eyelashes are lowered and he doesn't speak. He just looks at me. What are you doing? Are you trying to use your eyes to show your sincerity? I'm not falling for that today.
Should I try a different approach?
As he speaks, he furrows his brow, his eyes slowly reproach. His expression displays disapproval. I'm not falling for this one either.
Well, I guess I failed. I don't have another trick up my sleeve.
How dare he? Fine, if you won't tell me, then I'll go ask you. Our good friend Jeremiah.
I'm trying to find someone.
I turn and look at Xavier.
Soren. Based on what we know about him, he's most likely hiding in areas with magnetic field anomalies. And most of these anomalies may be linked to the flux nexus.
Aside from hiding in magnetic fields, are there any clues that can help us locate Soren as quickly as possible?
Recently, some backtrackers I've lost contact with have returned to Lincoln secretly. They left the backtrackers to follow Soren. I also visited Isaiah today. Back then, he left the backtrackers with them, and they all joined Ever. Soren's whereabouts? I'm afraid only Isaiah would know.
I've heard the name before. I've heard the name Isaiah before. I saw him at a psychiatric hospital too. At that time, I was doing a Wonder of Defense seminar and happened to run into Xavier, Jeremiah, and the person they hid between them. He was a strange young man who appeared to be mentally ill, yet he stared at me with a sharp gaze and said he knew me. According to Xavier, Isaiah had already escaped with a lot of Ever's classified information. He was on the run for a while. When they saw him again, he had already become dazed and confused. He also lost part of his memory. I haven't seen Isaiah in a long time. Jeremiah must have moved somewhere else. How has he been lately? Did he remember the grievances and entanglements between you? Does he still remember Soren?
He's missing.
Oh, okay. What? Did Soren kidnap him?
I don't think so. I went to
I
the
think he did.
cottage where Jeremiah had him staying. All his clothes were still there. The only thing missing was the Order of Lightseeker's uniform.
Oh.
He probably remembered something and wants to handle it in the identity he values most.
At the edge of the no-hunt zone, a somewhat furtive figure flashes by. Those long robes look out of place in Lincoln City. And what's even more particular is, when he disappeared, did he take the Order of Lightseeker's uniform and
A pair of
sneakers?
was missing from the shoe cabinet. They were blue. You...
I immediately cross the perimeter and start up the 470. I chase after those blue sneakers. I see him. Hurry up, you need to be here now. Hey. Right, I'm gonna go get a quick drink. And we will... BRB, we will reconvene. Oh, getting more. No hunt zone. Right, let me... Right, we are back. Okay, let's go. We got this one, and then we'll finish off the stream for today. Good. The 470 races through the dilapidated streets as I watch Isaiah dart into an intersection. He entered a narrow, winding alley squeezed between two tall buildings. Who knows where it leads? He wasn't in the best place when I saw him last time, but he's still a backtracker. I shouldn't underestimate him. I stop at the intersection to think for a moment, then I leave the motorcycle running and quietly get off. I'll approach the alley's entrance on foot. As I look down the intersection, I notice something hidden deep within the alleys. This doesn't feel like a trap or an ambush. That fluctuation is inside. If Isaiah knows Soren's whereabouts, then maybe he fled here to meet him. I send the updated coordinates to Xavier and crouch as I slip into the alley. My combat boots traverse the dust-covered ground silently. Not even a single speck is stirred. I advance cautiously when my body feels heavy all of a sudden. It's as if I've passed through an invisible barrier. Flinching back, I find a soft glow suddenly filling my vision. Oh. What's going on? The narrow alley is replaced by a suspicious stone street that leads to a plaza. At its center is a massive sculpture. I step back and turn around, and I don't return to familiar surroundings. The sensation beneath my feet is so real that it's undeniable. I experienced this before in other magnetic field overlaps I've dealt with. In a park, a vintage stable appears out of nowhere. Stairs leading to a rooftop turn into a mural, a well-materialized exopop. But none of these anomalies were as vivid as this. It really feels like I traveled into another world. That somewhat haughty voice belongs to Isaiah, who looks more arrogant than he sounds. The well-fitted night uniform makes him look much sharper, and if you ignore his blue sneakers, he'd probably be intimidating. Unfortunately, they're hard to ignore.
You're being very rude right now. What's with that look on your face? If my night boots hadn't been damaged in the previous battle, I wouldn't need to dress in such a ridiculous manner. Jeremiah, the despicable scoundrel. He only gave me everyday shoes.
Wow, he definitely has grievances. Seeing that I'm not reacting to his complaints, Isaiah probably feels like he's talking to himself. Gritting his teeth, his expression shifts. He raises his chin to address me with renewed dignity.
I saw you outside the no-hunt zone. I knew you'd respond to our royal homeland summons and come here. This is your destiny, and an opportunity that fate has granted me.
Huh? A faint luminescence coalesces in his hand and transforms into a short sword. He points it at me.
5th Squadron Leader of the Order of Lightseekers, Senior Counselor of the Royal Council, and member of the Royal Family's last generation.
What?
Formally challenges you to an honorable duel.
Yeah, no. So, you'll fight me as 3. Wait, you're going to fight me as 3 people.
I die fighting for honor, but I refuse to be insulted to death by you.
It turns out even the most arrogant people will lose their dignity when pushed to the breaking point. Isaiah doesn't wait for my response. As soon as he finishes shouting, he charges at me with an elegant yet furious goose. He raises his sword. I move almost simultaneously. I'll create some distance between electrical rounds to incapacitate him. As soon as the bullet leaves my gun barrel, my target has already flickered and vanished. He can teleport as well? Having seen Xavier's teleportation combat style so many times, my heart skips a beat. I pick a direction and run.
You're running away during a duel? You've changed.
What? I look back. Isaiah's now standing where I had been, his sword slicing air. He looks in the direction I fled to, and his figure flickers and vanishes once again. Enemies who can teleport are so annoying. Xavier's weakness. What was it again? Before I can figure it out, a light flashes. Isaiah teleports to be just a few steps away from me. That's right, distance. Even if they both use light evil, he's still not Xavier. Only those whose evil is as strong as Xavier's can teleport everywhere. Judging by Isaiah's evil, 10 meters is his limit. A strategy gradually takes shape in my mind, and I sprint at full speed towards the plaza. Run, girl, run! The traps I dropped along the way occasionally work. They electrocute Isaiah until he flickers like a malfunctioning street lamp. When I reach the base of a giant sculpture, I prepare to welcome a furious Isaiah into my trap, but he actually stops in his tracks.
Out of all the places you could have chosen, do you know what it means to duel here?
Oh my goodness, can you stop with this old ye talk? My gosh, my guy. Yes, does my lady, yes. What is this, Bridgerton? Following his arm, I examine the somewhat indistinct statue behind me. The magnetic field isn't stable enough. The sculpture's upper half is lost in a shapeless void, and the lower half isn't exactly solid. It looks like a sword.
Whether it's intentional or not, you've chosen to let this duel continue with the holy sword of the goddess as your witness.
Isaiah flourishes his blade, then he holds it upright in a formal
I
stance.
shall treat this more earnestly and give it my all.
Why did he suddenly get so serious?
You're not going to say anything? I know what you're planning. You want to provoke me so that I'll lose my composure. Then you'll let's see if you can still predict my sword techniques.
Meeting his calm gaze, I have a bad feeling about this. Blade strikes even faster than the last. Move closer step by step. When my heel hits the hard base of the sculpture, I realize I have nowhere to run. The clang. Hey! It's a boy! It's a me, Xavier. Oh, mixed up fandoms. Before the light fades, Isaiah is already calling out the name of the person before him through gritted teeth. I think that's a good place to finish it. Okay? I know this is a very short stream. I wanted to try and out on Twitch, and I did a little bit of test beforehand. So we'll see how this goes. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, whether it was a black void or, you know, the actual stream. Hopefully I'll be able to do the next one on Twitch. I'll see how the VOD goes over there and see whether it worked. And if so, I'll end up doing more. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next stream.